Good morning, everyone. Today is day 24, the last day of the calendar, and we're going to Ethiopia. Even if he has written Kenya, but it's a mistake because Guji is in Ethiopia. It's a natural, okay, peach, cantaloupe, and floral. Okay, I was waiting for this coffee since day 0. And finally arrived. Okay. Okay, it's a natural. So today we will brew again with the V60, but I want to show you a method that is kind of like curious. I will explain you how it works and why this method. We've been talking the whole calendar a lot about controlling distraction, controlling the distraction by shaping pores or grind size. Of course, this is not a method to, let's say, control distraction using the power of extraction of the water, and but I will walk you through the whole process. Let's prepare the coffee. Okay, it's a natural. I don't know how a natural Ethiopia is going to react with this method, because let's say that this is a method that I use for natural, fermented coffee. Now, sometimes we have natural Ethiopia that are also a bit dense compared to other naturals from other origin. So you have a slower drainage and less, let's say, solubility, but we will see. We will find out only by brewing the coffee. Now, if case is not gonna put RTL on top of the scale, I can grind my beans. Okay, so 15. Okay, for this method, let's say go slightly finer than usual. So let's say we'll do, I don't know if the drainage is going to be right, but we will see this together. So let's do 23, okay? Okay, we are 23. I'm going to grind the coffee and then we go to brew the last coffee of this calendar. We have our coffee. This is our coffee. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so let's talk about this method. We talk about solubility, power of extraction of the water, the fact that fresh water extract a lot, saturated water extract less. So you see 2 servers, so you're gonna say, that's weird. We're gonna use 2 servers, okay? You can also use, for example, a milk jug or something else. It doesn't have to be like a server. It needs to be, one of it needs to be something where you can pour the whatever liquid is inside, okay? That's the most important, and you will see why. Let's wet the paper, so using a V60 paper. Okay, this is a method that can work with other drippers. Of course, doesn't need to be a V60. Can be also flat. It's not about the conical or the flat bottom shape about this method that I want to explain today. It's about brewing coffee in general, okay? It's another way to control the extraction. Okay, maybe this is a method that you can use when you're brewing, I don't know, natural coffee a bit fermented, as I said, and this is to control the end of the extraction. And leave the tree alone, Papa. So how are we gonna do this? We're going to split 240 grams of water in 4 pours. Okay, so we have 15. We're gonna put 15. We're gonna have 240 grams of water. Okay, we split in 4. So we are doing 6 grams of water each pour. Okay, but what we're going to do? The first thing you need to do is to pour the last portion of water, so 60 grams, in one of the server, okay? Doesn't matter which one, in one of the server. So you choose, and you pour 60 grams. Okay, perfect. Now what you do? You take the V60, the brewer, and you put on top of that vessel, okay, with the water inside. Maybe it was better if I was putting the coffee before, because now okay. Before put the coffee, then you zero the scale and then you put 60. Now I know that I need to put 60 less on the scale. Anyway, so what you're gonna do is, okay, temperature of the water is at 92, just for reference. So we put 60 here of water, and now we're gonna do our first pour. 60 grams of water. Okay. Here, of course, like if I was putting the coffee first, then zero the scale was showing 120. Okay, and you do basically the blooming like you normally do. Just wait your time. I give a bit of swirl here for V60, for flat I don't, as you saw in the previous video. Okay, we're going to leave to bloom for a bit longer because we put 60 grams. So I want to make sure that all the water drained before apply the second one. Okay. This also will bring more saturation, so it's fine. Now we wait for 1 minute. So what do you do? Basically, for the second pour, you pour it in the second vessel, basically. So I'm gonna do another 60. Okay. So basically we have the second pour on this, let's say, fresh, clean vessel, and we have our bloom with 60 grams of the portion of the last pour in this other server. Okay, now what we're gonna do, wait that all this water drains, then I will apply the third pour here as well. So another 60 grams. Okay, 180. If you remember, I put 60 before zeroing the scale. So basically all the water that we have for our brewing is on the scale now. So I can turn the kettle off. Basically now what you need to do is, as soon as all the water from this dripper drains, we're going to pour the content from this server on top of this. And there we go. Try to be gentle. Okay, perfect. So now we wait that everything drains. So if you remember yesterday when we were brewing the coffee from Kenya, and I will show you like a troubleshooting way to increase the extraction by if the coffee is under extracted, it was by pouring all the coffee basically that you brew again another time on top of the ground coffee that was remaining in the dripper, and that to increase extraction. In this method instead is the opposite. So basically we use the last portion of the coffee plus the bloom, okay, to basically reduce this extraction, okay, because we're gonna have for the last 60 grams of water plus the bloom, we will have a pour that is partially saturated. This water will be partially saturated because there is some coffee from the bloom. So if you see, like it was colored, it wasn't fresh. And that, Papa, don't eat the tree. And so you're gonna have the water that's coming from the server that is partially saturated because we have some liquid from the bloom. Okay, so the power of extraction of this water won't be as strong as when it's coming from the kettle, and also because we pour the water at the beginning. So by the time I'm going to pour the water in the dripper, the temperature is lower. Okay, and this is a way to control the extraction basically. It's important that a lot of extraction happen in the second and the third pour, to be honest. But it's a cool, fancy way to, to show some skills. And you can say, I do this to decrease extraction because the water won't be hot like it was coming from the kettle for the last pour, and also because it's partially saturated because I poured the first pour together. So it's a cool method that you can show to, I don't know, friends, family. Okay. Oh wow, the aroma is great. Okay. So peachy and floral bergamot. Okay, that was all what I was looking for from an Ethiopia. Okay, it's very peach. It's very fruity, fresh yellow. The heat is nice. It's a bit high acidity. No, as I said, like usually I use this method for natural coffee a bit fermenty, where I need to stop a bit the extraction. And as I said, sometimes the Ethiopian coffee, even if they are natural, they are not that soluble because the coffee is sweet, but the acidity is very high. So I don't know if it's a bit under extracted as a coffee, but we will see. It tastes very bright anyway. So for me, it's a good cup. But let's see that if you're doing this method and you find like very high acidity, maybe not as much as strong as you wish, because also depends about the characteristic of the coffee. Ethiopian coffee are known for being, I don't know, tea-like mouthfeel, the aftertaste very clean, very delicate. So of course you won't expect like a juice bomb from this coffee. But yeah, it's well extracted. Okay. Okay, we have 143 of percent of TDS. So it's not so strong. It's a good, for me, it's a good strength. And the coffee tastes really good. High acidity, peach, bergamot. I don't find the cantaloupe like it says. Maybe if I push a bit more the extraction, maybe I can find this cantaloupe kind of quality, kind of flavor, because cantaloupe is something that is or juicy. So maybe if you push the extraction and you highlight more the acidity and the mouthfeel, maybe this quality is coming, but it's so nice and fresh and fruity. It's sometimes we forget how delicious are coffee from Ethiopia, and when you have the chance to get one, brewing one, and you kind of like go back in time for, in my case, from when, I was starting to brew coffee, and, Ethiopia was more popular than what is today, let's say, Colombia. Colombia now is very popular, it's booming, technology. Yeah, that's Ethiopia still like classic way. They didn't went yet. I don't know how it's going to be. More like experimental, using like fermentation tanks and co-fermentation. We will see how it works, how it will be, but so far Ethiopia always delivered the same nice clean cup with the peach, bergamot, all these flavors that the coffee has to offer. Kind of like bring a bit of nostalgia in the cup. All right, now it's cooling down and it's getting sweeter. Okay, the acidity drop a bit, it's more settled, still clean, peach a lot, and become less acidity, so it's more settled. The mouthfeel also like is juicier. It's a really good cup of coffee. It's a great cup to end this calendar. And so yeah, that was the method of today. I hope you enjoyed. I found it kind of nice, cool, to control the structure in this way. It's time for saying goodbye from this series. And it was amazing. It was actually like a really a great journey from day one to the last day, so today. I didn't know what to expect, to be honest, from day one. And I started to do this calendar, like, let's say, randomly, and didn't know what to talk about, to be honest, through the days. But then I found a way, and also you helped me to find this way every day. So thank you very much for supporting me, for following. Of course, all the videos are going to be in the channel, so you can go back and scroll them and go to check them out again if you miss some. If you join this series, let's say at the end. But yeah, anyway, I won't stop from this. Actually, as I was saying the previous days, this can be like a really good feedback for me to understand future contents, what to create and what you need, let's say, and what also I would like to do. But anyway, just leave a comment, and as always, give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you tried the method and how it worked. Yeah, and so it's time to say Merry Christmas to everyone, or Happy Holiday. Anyway, Happy Holiday season to everyone. And yeah, I will see you in the next days, for sure. I'm sad to don't say see you tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow is a family time. I will enjoy a lot the time with my family, and I wish you the very best holiday, and I will see you soon. And that's it. Merry Christmas, happy holiday, and ciao.